must be football season because that was a seamless transition into the lava. What's up, guys? What's up, everybody? Ladies and gents, it's SEC After Dark, the best time of the week, of course, because you're joined here with Stephen Willis from Locked On Ole Miss and Locked On Ole Miss Hit. You're joined by Jake Thomas, your double shot of Alabama, Bama After Dark, Tide Talk Live, in which he hosts with Stacey Blackwood, Jeb Beecham, and Mike Huseman, Off-Season After Dark, and a regular contributor to the Locked On Vandy podcast and the Ole Miss, Locked On Ole Miss Everydayers Club. So, and I'm Corey Burton, Locked On Vandy and Locked On Falcons Hit. So, we joined forces, and Biscuits and SEC is not pictured. I guess they're off celebrating all of their extra biscuits, or they're just sleeping off all of their extra biscuits because they've been absolutely cranking those segments out, and it's been great. So
they've been doing that,
yeah.
I mean, it just seems like it's one after another, and it's phenomenal. So they need to keep, if they can hear us right now, they need to keep that up because that is outstanding. So I got a lot happening. Clark Lee actually cleared up the whole Jared Curtis, Blaze Berlowitz thing, and really just amounted to, yeah, we're just extending camp for 2 weeks, basically, between the Austin Peay game and the Delaware game. And so we were left for 2 days to speculate, okay, Blaze Berlowitz is really the starter, when it's not the case. He's just going to be the first one to take game reps against Austin Peay. That's all that means. So all that hoopla for nothing, essentially. But also, NFL players that get cut, you can't come back to college. A lot of conferences they are fighting back, which is phenomenal. Steve, it also resulted in probably one of the scariest memes I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh, my goodness. That is one of my favorite things ever right now. I love that. Somebody
Willis.
like the Karen Willis thing. Oh, it's fantastic.
Oh, my God, dude. I mean, I'm sitting there, I'm like, what is
Yeah, I all the props. Whoever came up with that, good stuff. It is very disturbing. I showed my wife, and she was like, "Don't do that."
Yeah.
I hate that they misspelled Karen though. They should have just did the Karen thing instead of,
They were just trying to be extra, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it was unbelievable. I saw that, I was like, oh.
Yeah, it was rough.
I need to see this. Which thread did they comment this under?
It was on the X. They first did it, I think, Steve, correct me if I'm wrong, when you made the post about LSU being a rogue member.
Yes, but if you search Parker Ainsworth, I believe,
okay.
I think it might be in there potentially.
Did he make it?
No. Somebody replied to him. Maybe it was my Tulane post. Yes. I just posted one that said, "Hey, Tulane, what do you say about a $75 million payout asking for a friend? Don't worry about your ex. She's in her Britney Spears era."
And then you're in your Britney Spears era, according to this guy, whoever made it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
The internet can be a funny place at times.
Yeah. That is a good one.
Yeah, LSU fans, that anytime you post something, they're just chomping at the bit.
Yeah, the threats on the DMs, that doesn't work. But if somebody's respectful and they talk, I generally try to answer them. But if they just come on and blast me, I was like, okay, whatever. Because I literally don't care. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, pretty funny. I had Jamie Winborn, former NFL player.
Vandy linebacker. He was good.
Yeah, he commented on one of the shorts that Locked On did for me, and he's like, basically like, you need to calm down. Jared Curtis is in a perfect position. He can sit back. He can learn. I'm like, that's not what it's about. It's just about, like, Texas sees that headline, Blaze Berlowitz is the starter, and they're like, It's like that meme where the guy's like,
the guy's behind the tree. Yeah.
It's that. That's all I was getting at. And it was Mike, when I had you on for round 2, we were talking about the potential of that, like the feeding frenzy that lurks out there, which is absolutely true. But CP3 ain't gonna like.
He's not gonna like that. No.
He ain't gonna like where this is going, because I think the Blaze Berlowitz start is just ceremonial at this point.
It's a lifetime achievement award.
Yeah, it's a, hey, you got the slight leg up, you're gonna go first in the game situation. Like it now, if Clark Lee would have came out with a press conference on Tuesday and just said that, I don't think there would have been a reaction.
Oh, there would absolutely been a reaction because it's not Jared Curtis.
That's true.
Well, no,
There
there's
was
no-
one bit of news that would not have been reacted to, and that is Jared Curtis won the job.
Well, if he would have came out and said, "Yeah, we're still going with the competition. Blaze Berlowitz will go first," like that wouldn't have gotten any reaction.
Yeah,
I think it might have gotten a little, maybe not as much, but I think there still would have been some.
This reminds me a little bit of, I think it was in 2022 when Jackson Dart and Luke Altmaier were competing, and that went into the season. And the first game was started by Jackson Dart. The second game was started by Luke Altmaier. And at the end of the day, it was like, this is obviously Jackson Dart. I don't even know why you have the other guy in there. And yeah, these guys are just, I don't know.
They outthink themselves.
Yeah, they outthink themselves.
Is really what's happening. So Clark Lee could have had this exact press conference on Tuesday when they made the announcement, and I don't think there would have been much ripple at all. I think it would have been like, oh, okay, well, they're still in a competition. Oh, we still think Jared Curtis is going to win. Oh, we still think Blaze Berlowitz is going to win. There would have been it would have been largely just like, oh, okay, bet.
And at least you had the first two games to kind of work it out. Tennessee didn't really have that luxury since we have Georgia Tech in their second game. So I'm glad they went ahead and just made their decision and went with it.
Also, I think Faison Brandon just I think
he's better.
I think he dominated McIntyre in the competition.
Yeah.
I don't think there was much of a decision to make, Jeb. I think it was
probably
clearly Faison Brandon.
I think Faison's biggest problem is going to be he's a freshman. He's going to make some freshman mistakes, but he's definitely the better talent.
But
and he's got the higher ceiling.
Just think when he becomes a junior though, boy, he is.
Oh, yeah.
If we don't leave, like
he's going to be a hell of a quarterback at UCLA.
Yeah really. Because we had this exact same conversation already.
We did.
Right. Yeah.
Would have been the junior year. Still so bad. Anyway.
It sounded like the Florida one was fairly clear cut too. Like it seemed like Trammell just made a lot of unforced errors and mistakes, and Jones and Philo did what he had to do.
Yeah, Trammell I think more so lost it than Philo won it.
Yeah.
I think that's the scenario there. And then Keelan Russell, I think
that's an upside play.
Yeah, it's an upside play, and I think he took the bull by the horns anyway. I think he beat out Austin Mack, and
that really happened.
Yeah, I think he literally grabbed the bull by literally.
Right. Ryan Grubb said it in a press conference that he grabbed the bull by the horns. I think that is what happened.
Just kidding, but seriously.
Seriously, is it true?
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Did Caesar really live here?
Is this Caesar's Palace?
Yeah.
Really?
Is this the real Caesar
I think
Palace?
so.
Real? Who let the dogs out?
Yeah.
Who?
Wait, did we jump to The Hangover randomly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did go over
Okay.
that.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Because that's what he said.
Dodgeball.
Did Caesar really live here?
We're still off the rails. I mean, we're
Yeah.
We're
still.
off the rails. All right, Steve,
Yeah.
you wanted to rant, so I'm gonna let
Yes,
you
let's
rant.
I
rant.
do. I do want to rant.
I wanted to rant first, but did not.
I'm set back.
So
Listen.
let's go back and do the process real quick. Just for anybody listening that doesn't know what's going on. I'm going to tell it out of order. I'm going to Pulp Fiction just a little bit because it makes the whole thing a little bit easier to understand, in my opinion.
Okay.
CBS Sports came out that certain players in NFL training camps and on rosters were encouraged to sue the NCAA by Lane Kiffin and LSU. The judge was in Baton Rouge. It was the temporary restraining order that you hear. The thing that's happened in Louisiana was that. So they got it. That involved Wyatt Williams, Xavion Harris, and Daquan Wright, the former Ole Miss players.
Mm-hmm.
And they immediately asked to be waived so they could go to LSU. Now, listen, there's two things that can be happening right here. And anything other than this is just people being intellectually dishonest and full of tribalism, okay? There's two things. First of all, you can say the NCAA screwed up and all 2022s need to be blanket eligible. It should. The other thing is not a single pro needs to be playing college sports,
Right.
and that the SEC did right and all these conferences are doing the correct things. they're trying to do the right thing. Now, the random ambulance chasers and stuff like that, they're going to try and force chaos all over the place. But basically, the SEC has set it up to where if one of these NFL players play, that's a half-season suspension, half of your operating expense, and you don't even get a vote anymore in the conference. It's right close to the death penalty. Big Ten doing the same thing. Everybody's doing that. The Big 12, I think, did it in all sports. So
I think the SEC did too.
they're doing the right thing. Well, what's happening right now is all of those players went back to their ambulance chaser lawyers and filed in amendments to the restraining order to add the SEC and Greg Sankey and all that, because that happens. So that's the baseline of the way I understand this happening. Now, Tom Mars of illustrious college business suing fame online said he thinks that the strategy is something like lawsuits come in from everybody, like just as happening, to allow the SEC to kind of countersue in a different state and then use that to basically enjoin it in federal court, in which the SEC is going to win. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. I don't understand that, but okay, I can see that. But the notion that the intellectually dishonesty dialogue that is going on all over the internet is stupid. I have no respect for it at all. And that's the reason I troll you incessantly on that. And I do what I have to do, because you're just being a bot at this point. And unless you're willing to talk about this and this being two completely different things, and this being okay because you want this to be okay, that's not an argument. And the other argument that I just absolutely can't stand, and I did tomorrow's show on this one, are the peoples that are complaining, comparing Daquan Wright and Whitehead Williams and all those pros to what happened with Trinidad Chambliss. Like it's the same thing.
Totally different.
Yeah. And the fact, if you can't parse those, if you talk about what's going on, if you say that, oh yeah, everybody's cheating or something like that, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. No. The intellectually dishonesty of this whole situation, I have no respect for it. And I have no respect for anybody trying to make that argument. So if I'm saying some stuff that pisses you off, I'm probably doing it on purpose because I don't respect your take. That's where I sit on that. This is the two things. If you want to know what I really feel about what's going on, first of all, the class of 2022, the ones that did not go pro and did not play pro at all, G League, anything, they should be able to come back. The ones that did, it's no different than Herschel Walker in 1982, to where something happened, he lost his eligibility, and it never came back. Eligibility for college is like the event horizon. Once you cross the line, there is no coming back.
I agree.
Yep.
It does seem like these should be long. These are long established rules, so I'm not sure why the courts would be stepping in on them now. I mean, I can understand they try to protect the students' ability to earn money and crap like that, but
The
at this
courts are
point,
stepping
they
into it
knew the
because they can
rules.
make money off of it.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is the first year that we've had anybody from the G League or NFL want to come out to college. I mean, we've never had this issue before.
That's a good point.
Because
Did they talk about the possibility of them getting some kind of like temporary injunction so they can start playing before the federal courts get around to get?
They're
into it?
getting temporary restraining orders right now.
Oh, Lord.
They're all on temporary restraining orders. But just like Bediako,
Yep.
what happened at
Yeah.
Alabama, that doesn't mean an injunction is going to happen, just a restraining order.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it is so, one thing that is weird is everybody now, since this has to be done by the night before your first game, that's just the roster deadline, is the night before your first game. So there's a rush all over the place to try and get these temporary restraining orders so you can get recruited real quick and go through the system and all of that. And doing that, I have to think. Now, Jeb, you went to law school. If anybody's watching this, Jeb went to law school. He was a lawyer. He's not, what is it, on the bar right now, bar right now?
He was just barred. No, I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding. Jeb
Not
wasn't
this
disbarred. I'm
So,
He
I'm
was
not
just
afraid to
barred
sing a
because
term.
of his Google search last week.
yeah.
so if all of these people, Jeb,
Just kidding. That's a joke.
if all of these people have temporary restraining orders and name Greg Sankey in the SEC all over the country, is it possible to try for the SEC to put that all in a federal court somewhere?
Oh, sure. Yeah, you have
It
to
doesn't
have.
get out of the states because there's so many different states that's involved. Let's get them all together.
I mean, that's a good reason to move it to federal court. Yes, as if it's something that can't really be handled in one territory because of whatever reason. Like if the problems happened all over the place, yeah, hey, they could certainly try and get it moved to federal court, and I don't see why it wouldn't work. But I don't know.
How does that work in a case, Jeb, where it's like a body like the NCAA, where you're a membership organization, such as they are? Does that change much at the federal court level?
Not really. I mean, technically, if you're an organization like that that operates in every state, you can be sued in any state. So I can understand why they got sued. They, basically chose their judge and sued, which unfortunately that kind of judge shopping is not unusual. But no, your goal would be to try to get it moved to federal court.
Yes.
Which NCAA didn't do. I don't know if they even tried, but hopefully the SEC can.
Can you go right to federal court, or do you have to? Do you have to go through the proper channels in lower courts first?
You can try and basically file I don't know what it's called, but file an injunction to try and get it moved to federal court.
Okay.
So you would they would put a pause on the state court while they decide that, and if federal court takes it, it'll move.
Gotcha. Okay.
If the federal court doesn't take it, it just goes right back to where it was.
And if the SEC goes over like all of these hearings, like the one in Louisiana, which is the Lane Kiffin scheme, has been pushed back to September 3rd. That's important because it was August 31st, and it's been pushed back to September 3rd. The first game for LSU is September 5th. So the 4th, there is no time. They're at the very end. Would the SEC's goal in this situation, if they go in there, to try and find something to delay for 48 hours?
And if it got moved to federal court, it certainly would get it delayed.
Yeah.
That's why I was wondering if they would try and file some kind of injunction, like the court might saying, okay, they can play because that's what this court said until we get a chance to look at it. And that's what I'm saying. They might end up be allowed to play for a few games until the federal court gets around to dealing with it. I'm sure they would go as fast as they could, but that's what I was worried about. I was here thinking, well, all those Ole Miss players be able to play like week 4 against Ole Miss and then get banned from playing the rest of the season, which would be kind of funny.
Let's say they ban them from retaliating on the coaches and the institution and all that during the injunction, because the judges are going to put that all in there as well. And let's say that after the season, the day after the season, they just drop the lawsuit. It gets delayed. They just wanted the injunction so they could play, and they drop the lawsuit at that point. The SEC and everybody else would be able at that point use their laws against the member institution and punish them in kind, right?
They should be able to, yeah. I mean,
yeah, you would think. But
they said, okay, now that the injunction's over, you have no protection. Now we can come after you and say, hey, you played an NFL player, so give me 50% of your winnings, and
you're not allowed to vote, and your coach is suspended for half the year.
Yeah, and you're
that might invite them to restart the lawsuit.
And some states have retribution laws like that. States that historically have a lot to do with the unions and stuff. Some of those coaches in those states might say, you're only retaliating against us after the fact. You can't do that. So then the courts could get involved again.
But yeah, I was going to say they could start lawsuits about that to try and get this stopped. But I mean, it would make sense for the NCAA because you're the SEC.
Louisiana, by the way, is an at-will state.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. But no, I mean, for the SEC, it makes sense because you would say, hey, you broke a law. We told you were breaking the law. You filed a lawsuit to try and enforce it. That's done. It didn't work. Now we're going to go back and punish you for breaking this law that we were very clear you were breaking.
Yeah.
When you
just because you got the injunction.
Point,
yeah. And it's one of those things that the reason I'm asking this question is for a player, let's say Daquan Wright gets into LSU and he plays in the first game against Clemson, okay, on an injunction or whatever's going on. At the end of the season on December the 3rd or whatever, he's getting ready for whatever pro journey he's about to go on. and he drops the lawsuit and it comes back, what coach would be willing to put themselves in that situation over a backup tight end?
Yeah, that seems weird.
Seems like a weird hill to die on there.
I know Lane Kiffin's got to probably be feeling that. Oh, well, we talked about that, the pressure. He needs to win immediately with everything they've done, but that still seems like over the top.
Yeah.
Like if you're that desperate to win.
Listen, he lashes out. That's what he does. Every time he's told no, he lashes out. He did it at Ole Miss. He's done it everywhere. That's just what he does. This is Lane Kiffin, in my opinion, lashing out, and he's not thinking about this clearly and moving on. And he got Daquan Wright and everybody else to potentially throw away their NFL dream. You don't know how the NFL is going to react to all this over a payday in Baton Rouge. He destroyed his legacy at Ole Miss. So, yeah, I get he's going to see it through to get an injunction because this may be his last time to get real coin.
At this point, would they be allowed back into a draft or anything? I mean, they were.
I was going to ask that.
They would not be back into a draft.
Yeah,
They
so what
wouldn't
they
be
can
able
do
to
is
go
try
to
and get picked up.
combines or all-star games or anything like that. They would just be a free agent.
They're heading to the UFL.
Yeah, at best.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
Canadian
rest,
League.
in,
We'll see.
rest in peace, Birmingham Stallions.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I can't believe they threw away that team.
Yeah, that's sad.
We'll see how it goes without them.
Absolutely nuts. It is weird that the USFL had the brand, had all the name cachet and all of that, and the XFL just threw it all away. It's like, we'll start over. And they also said, hey, this team has 8 teams and this team has 8 teams. Let's start a new league with 8 teams. When the whole part of building a league is about accumulating teams. So you had 16 teams at the beginning that it could be starting out with, making it so much easier what's going on, and you just went back to go. It was doomed from the very beginning.
Yep.
But hey, that's was that venture capital? Was that Redbird Capital that did that?
I don't know which one.
Yeah, private equity. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
And there you go. So, you guys want to do picks?
Yes. Yes. Let me show you our goodies this year.
Yeah, kick us off.
All right.
Man.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Yeah, here's the list of the games, how to watch it, the whole 9 yards. That is pretty cool. I'm excited for the Dumpster Fire Bowl at noon. I'm excited for NC State and Virginia right after that. The 7:00 game, I guess FSU, like after a very special episode of Smallville on the CW, and then closing out with UNLV and Memphis. It's a pretty good slate for week 0.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I would say so, dude. Let's start out hot out of the gates. Let's start with the Dumpster Fire Bowl.
Yeah.
What time do you think that is in Ireland?
It's 5 hours ahead,
5.
I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's 5.
okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
It's 5:00 somewhere. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So, here we go. Here's all our picks there. Steve, why UNC?
I picked UNC. This is going to be a dumpster fire game, so you're not sure exactly which team is going to show up and be most distracted. I'm going with the TCU story this week, being the thing where a player got kicked off the team for putting another player in ICU and banning a reporter. That distraction of what's going on. I think North Carolina at this point is kind of inoculated against distraction. I think Sonny Dykes has a little problem. TCU's favored by 7.5. This is a spread play, not a straight up play.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I just flipped a coin here. TCU. I don't know. I mean, there's no real reason. Both are dumpster fire. Both are going through their own crap. So I just think TCU's favored by 7.5 for a reason. UNC is complete garbage. TCU's, at least when they're not a dumpster fire, they're actually a decent team. So I think if they just leave all the dumpster fire outside of the stadium and they just play football, I think TCU is a better football team by a good margin over UNC. So I'm taking the Horned Frogs. Jeb, UNC.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Steve. I picked against the spread a little bit. This are two teams that are going to get, a bunch of kids getting plucked out and taken to Ireland for the first game. I don't know what's going to happen in this game. And I have no way of predicting. I know TCU's a better team, but I'm just going with chaos and saying North Carolina covers that spread.
Jake, you agreed with me. Same with Becky. Same with Cassidy. I guess if Becky's picking TCU, I'm on board there. Mike also picking TCU. Jake, why? It doesn't matter what you think.
Yeah, I just don't know how the Fighting Jordan's going to be this year. They're wait and see.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
I mean, if she allows Bill to coach, then man, that should be pretty good. But who knows?
Yeah, it's bad.
I do think North Carolina will be improved this year. Steve Belichick, D coordinator, will not be with them for this game due to his medical absence. And I'm a bit contradictory in this one than I usually am. So typically, when we're doing our spread picks, I'll take in as much info and lines and analysis as I can and usually go with the consensus. I did the opposite of that. Most of the sharps, heavy bettors, and people in the know in this game are on North Carolina at that spread. But for some unknown reason, even to me, I decided to go with TCU. I think they are better on offense and defense than UNC. That hook, though, that half a point over 7 does scare me.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
All right, is that everybody?
Yeah. And we're off. Next game, San Jose State at USC. Hammer and Boss Man are both on San Jose State. Mike and Jake, you guys are with the Spartans. Mike, tell me about it.
The spread is so much. I mean, we're talking 6 touchdowns here because 5 in a field goal doesn't even do it. So, again, in a first game, a team like USC that has 2 running backs that they will involve a lot, I think if they get up, they will ride those 2 running backs pretty hard. And the time is in the favor of San Jose State when it comes to this massive spread. So for me, it's just really the number is just too big. Now, there are some points and gambling nuances that say USC will cover. I am siding with San Jose State, though.
Jake?
Yeah.
Your analysis.
Spread, I mean, basically, and like Mike mentioned, it's the time now that the clock does not stop until 2 minutes before halftime, and then the game, it's going to be constantly running. Trying to get up 39 points is very tough nowadays in college football. So, I mean, if San Jose gets they probably cover the spread here. So I'm going to take the spread.
Yeah, and everybody out there listening, drop it in the comments and make sure you make your pick as well and let us know what your thoughts are. Looks like out of the people on the panel, Jeb, Steve, and I are on USC. Jeb, what intrigues you about USC?
Well, USC is obviously the better team here, and they've played San Jose State several times. They always blow them out. Now, this big of a spread, I admit, I was pretty scared about this one too. And was ours 38.5 for some reason? I think 30.5 was the Florida State one. Okay.
Oh, yes, that's right, Joe.
So that is a huge spread, which I'm pretty worried about. But USC's biggest problem in the past has always been they're just terrible defense. And I feel like this year they might have found a way to improve that a bit. We'll have to see how it goes, of course. But didn't they hire Patterson?
Yes, Gary Patterson.
They did.
Yeah, I think it's a good hire. So if they can get that locked down a little bit, now being the first game of the season, this definitely worries me. But I'm still going with USC to be able to handle this one.
One really deep nugget that would happen in this game, USC returns like 19 starters, and teams that return over 17, it's ridiculous how much they cover in the opening game of the year. It's like 80-some% that teams who return as many starters as they did cover in the opening game.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
Bingo, bingo. And I think USC, with all the changes they made, this feels like a 48-3 type game where San Jose State is not going to be able to do much at all. Steve?
Yeah, I think the question is, do you think that USC can score 49 points? And if the answer is yes, then they can give up 10.
Yeah.
And 49-10, yes, I think USC can do that.
And they probably can. Maeva's a very good QB. Looking at it in that aspect, you are almost certainly right, Steve. Yeah.
45. I think it's a 45-3, 49-10.
I think their cornerback slips, so San Jose State gets a touchdown. That was the thing. If you give up a touchdown, can you cover? I think USC can.
Yeah. All right. Next games. I think we covered everybody, right?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Whoa. We are unanimous. Becky, why are you picking Virginia? Yeah.
Because she didn't see the injury report.
She's all big on the Wahoos.
Yeah. I think this one's pretty unanimous. I'm going to be paying attention to this one, especially Mike. I think you.
It's going to be hilarious when Virginia just rolls.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean that would happen to us, but
Yeah.
I mean we're all pretty unanimous on this game, so no need to really spend a ton of time on it. CJ Bailey's a special dude, and Dave Dorn always has a very pesky, salty.
I think them losing Hollywood Smothers is a bigger deal than we're making on.
Dave Dorn has one end covered every time he has played Virginia.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So that helps.
It's 4, so it's not a massively high number. And some of those Virginia teams were garbage, so take that for what it's worth.
They've had some bad ones.
Yeah.
Steve brings up a good point, though. The Hollywood Smothers is a big loss.
It is. So let's go to the next one.
All right, just 1 second. I was playing in the chat.
This is the game I'm the most excited for this weekend. I'll just throw that out there.
Really?
Yeah. Talking Gators, by the way. Liked them. All right.
Yeah, it's North Dakota State making their
That's right,
FBS debut against Jacksonville State. Now,
They do not pluralize the Bison.
the Bison.
It's already plural. It's pluralized.
It's a Lipscomb thing. Every time I see that, it gives me a headache. It's one of those things like Stanford and Cal being in the ACC. You should not be allowed to charge tuition anymore.
Yeah.
It's like the Avalanche. It's already plural, I think. I don't know. Maybe that's a terrible example.
It's the Moosin.
Yeah.
The Meese.
The Deer.
The Deers.
Deers.
Like in Tropic Thunder, it's Viet Cong, not Viet Congs. It's already plural. Yeah.
I'm picking North Dakota State just on a vibe. It's the first game. It's the Fargo Dome. I don't think there's any way they're going to lose that, and the line's not big enough to where they don't cover and win. So give me the Bison.
It's an O-line factory over there, man. They run A-gap power. It's like football art, man. It's
they run
art.
1995 football. It's glorious.
Yeah, I picked them. I'm scared of this one. I'm worried about this one. I think we're going to have a very low scoring game. Both of these teams run the ball really heavy. We're going to see a lot of.
He's from Alabama. Of course he is.
Yeah,
Alabama.
Jacksonville State's going to be one of the top 2 teams in Conference USA.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, they're going to. I mean, they have been the last 2 years. They're going to be good.
They may be, but they ain't winning this game.
I don't think they are, but that spread is tough for me.
All right.
Yeah.
Jake, Jacksonville State, you're just riding with Alabama, aren't you?
Well, yeah, and also Steve mentioned it is North Dakota State's first time in the FBS. Jacksonville State's been kind of in it for a few years. They kind of established, so they're pumped up. They're going to be excited. North Dakota State, that is. And I just kind of have a feeling this game could be like a 3-point game, like a 23-20 top deal. And Jacksonville State may be on the losing end, but at least they cover that spread. So I'm going with Jacksonville State to cover.
to that point, Jake, a lot of the sharps and betting people think it'll be in that range of 20 to 17, 17, 14, etc. So
Yeah.
they believe what you believe. Yes.
Mhm.
Let's see. The other, by the way, debutante in FBS.
Sacramento State.
I think they're the Hornets. Are they the Hornets?
I think so.
I believe they are the Hornets. Yes.
This will be the greenest game of all time.
Other than like Alabama State, that's the only other Hornet that I know about.
Yeah.
Jake, name one player on Eastern Michigan's team.
No clue.
No, we are not playing that game.
No clue.
We are not playing that game.
No.
If I remember correctly, no.
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 I know a guy.
Yeah, we all know a guy. We don't want to know.
Yeah.
God
No.
bless this announcer. is all I
Yeah.
can say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I put in the chat.
She's like,
today.
nope. She's
Yeah.
like,
Nope,
mm-mm.
not playing that game.
Nope, nope.
Good game. Give me
Yeah.
Eastern Michigan, brick by brick, all of that.
Yeah.
Eastern Michigan's going to win.
Yeah.
For me, I think they do win. I'm not picking that. That roster's just not great. I don't think they win by 10 points. I do think they win, not cover though.
Yeah, this was a spread pick for me as well.
Yeah.
Who's the head
Isn't
coach?
this a
at
different
Sacramento State?
coach?
What's that, Corey?
Who's the new coach at Sacramento State?
Alonzo Carter. He was formerly Brent Brennan's longtime running back coach at San Jose State in Arizona.
Okay.
Because the other guy, he went to Colorado to go back
He
to be
did.
an assistant.
Yes.
He said this head coaching thing ain't for me. So I just can't wait till Sacramento State plays Ball State.
No, we're
The
not doing that
ball.
either. We're not doing that either.
What,
Steve,
do they,
you and your rules over here.
do they play Jacksonville State?
It's just
Sac.
here, it's like we're going to be in 7th grade tonight, and we just can't get
Yeah.
past that.
And
Sacramento State's the away team, so it's going to be different on
And?
TV. So
I'm Beavis and Jake's butthead. All right.
I have been called that.
I've been called
I'm
Beavis, so we're there.
I'm Mr. Buzzcut, I guess.
No, you're Mr. Van Driesen right now.
Yeah.
No, you're
We are-
who's the principal?
we are getting the
You're Principal McVicker right now.
Yep, McVicker.
Beavis and Butthead, you're both expelled. You're that guy.
oh,
You're not cool enough to be Van Driesen right now.
he was the hippie, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Beavis and Butthead, you got to explore your person.
At least you didn't say I was Stewart, so I'll just take
You're
that.
not there yet. We have a growth mindset here. So,
Yeah.
yeah, you're not Stewart. You're not that uncool.
Probably closer to Daria, if I'm going to be honest, but whatever.
Fair enough. You're not.
Yeah.
You're a curmudgeon.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a curmudgeon when it comes to this. Yeah. But either way, Eastern Michigan's going to win by 10.
Yeah.
Eastern Michigan is not going to win by 10. They're going to win by 7 if they win.
They're going to put cinder blocks on the field and they're going to bash it with a sledgehammer, and it's going to take way longer than it's supposed to. And then at the end of it, you go, well, I guess that was an idea. So
I don't
that
know
is my
what
prediction.
I don't know what Sacramento State's rally cry is, but whatever it is, they're going to say it. And
They're the Green Hornets.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, there you go.
Rick and Bonnie said your sound is low, Corey.
Yeah, I think it's just because I went away from the microphone. Probably.
Yeah.
I think if I,
Move your head.
yeah, I think I
Yes.
just got to be like right here.
Yep, for sure.
Jake has been called much worse.
DA mainly.
They actually kind of have legit. The Hornet's Nest is apparently what they call their.
Jeb, you can
Their
Google
rally
that.
cry, that's
Sacramento
cool.
State.
Yeah.
What their troops,
Thank
you. You can Google that.
If you Google the Hornets Nest, you'll probably pull up Battle of Shiloh.
Yeah.
The Hornets Nest.
Oh, that's a good call, Jake. Yep.
Mhm.
All right. In our next game, can Hawaii pull the ACC upset?
Mm,
Let that sink in.
mm.
Stanford is one of the top 10 schools in the country. Everybody knows Stanford. It's an amazing academic institution. They're in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Are you freaking kidding me?
Seems like it makes sense. That's why this game's only 3.5 points.
They could see
I,
the Pacific Coast.
to be honest, I picked Stanford because I just don't know what to make of this game, to be honest. It'd be cool to see Hawaii win this one, but I just picked Stanford because I don't know.
I do think Stanford's going to be improved first-year head coach, but Hawaii
First and
won.
only year head coach, right?
Correct. Yes. Hawaii won 9 games last year. Micah Alejado is a really good quarterback. Now, for Hawaii, we don't know if Pafeli Ashlock, their best receiver, is going to play. Last I had heard, that was still up in the air. He would be a massive loss, but if they're healthy, they're going to be able to throw the ball on most teams they play.
Oh my God. I just saw something, by the way. Hawaii at Stanford is on the ACC network.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Because everyone in the Eastern time zone has just been chomping at the bit for this game.
Yeah.
They're like, you know what?
On the Atlantic Coast Conference network, we have Stanford versus Hawaii.
At 7 p.m. Eastern.
And-
Both
and
of them are probably closer to the Ring of Fire
Yeah. Like I say,
than the
Hawaii's closer to
Atlantic
Japan.
Coast.
I
Yeah.
fell into
Yeah.
a burning.
Ring of fire.
By the way, in other news,
Just go to the Pac-12, Stanford and Cal. Just go to the Pac-12.
that
Yeah.
is true. Just do
Yeah.
it. It's back.
Just do it.
Just go.
Oregon State and Washington State would love to have you back.
Mm-hmm.
They'll take you back. And in other news, the Govs are absolutely running it up on Gardner Webb. So just so you know, and
Uh-oh.
their
Austin
quarterback,
Peay. Yeah.
their quarterback is an absolute unit. By the way,
Austin Peay has one of the greatest cheers in college football history.
let's go P.
Yep.
Speaking of unit QBs, did you guys see the
Speaking of seven,
starting QB at Ball State?
Oh my goodness. He's like 5'11", 250.
Yes.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That's like me running around out there.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
when I was in high school, way back in
Except for
another
the whole 5'10"
generation,
thing.
we played Pearl River Central. Oh no, Stone County. It was Stone County. And that was when Artie Moore of Ole Miss fame was there.
Okay.
But the quarterback for them was like 6'2", 295 pounds. Before J-Load, there was this guy, and he was a lefty too. And he could sling it, he could spin it. But yeah, he was the quarterback for them.
I mean,
It's impressive.
Cal. It doesn't matter if they have a legit quarter. They're still in the ACC. That's what we're talking about.
Cal is going to be good this year. I'm a
Yeah.
Cal fan. this
And
year.
and they have Tosh Lapoy, which means they're going to recruit like they're going to do the
Yeah.
Alabama thing. And
Tosh
Yeah.
Lapoy
Yeah.
2.0.
Well, Cal has a commit from the top recruit in the country for 27.
yeah,
Yeah.
Steve, can I do that one? Tosh Lapoy 2.0.
I like it.
I like it.
I like
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
that works.
Thanks. Yeah. Okay. Glad to have your approval.
Yeah. Yep.
So, Steve, did you say why you're picking Hawaii?
I'm taking Hawaii because I really like Timmy Chang,
Right.
and I know more about Hawaii than I do about Stanford.
That's a good reason. I like
Yeah.
that reason. I do like that reason. So,
Yeah.
I don't hate that. And at Hillwood, Steve, we used that logo, the Hawaii logo.
Well, I know,
Oh,
We did.
because the Warriors in Middle Tennessee are very prevalent.
Yeah. We were just
Lots
like,
of
that's
tribal tattoos in
We're
Middle
like,
Tennessee.
yeah. We
I
see,
had a Blue
we
Raider
were the-
episode a couple days ago.
we were the Hilltoppers, so we just we convinced ourselves that those were mountains.
yes.
That was a
yes.
mountain range.
Mm,
That's all. See.
yep.
Yeah. See it?
Yep,
You see
that
it.
happened.
I know. So it's like this. It's like, hey, why don't we add Stanford and Cal to the ACC? Why don't we just pretend like those things in the H are mountains?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else?
I like Hawaii because of Timmy Chang, and
Yeah.
they got a really good quarterback. And I just anytime I play a dynasty mode and I usually start out with Hawaii because I just like them for some reason. So give me Hawaii.
Yeah.
you
For
go.
whatever reason, when I used to play like college football, it was always a MAC team for me.
Yeah.
It'd been
Yeah,
like
wow.
Toledo or something like that. Ball
Yeah.
State.
Yeah, I started. So I did a dynasty on 25, and I started with MTSU, and I
Mhm.
did one on the newest one, and I started with Georgia Southern
Yeah.
because my
Love Clay Helton. Yeah.
my or whatever you would classify Buster's kid as plays for Georgia Southern. So
Okay.
he's a freshman, early enrollee freshman at Georgia Southern. All right,
Mhm.
New Mexico. Well, we know why. Florida State hosting New Mexico State, the farm team of the Vanderbilt Commodores. Florida State is 30.5-point favorites. They're on the CW right after Gilmore Girls. And
Hmm.
Before a very special episode of Smallville.
yeah, and then
Mhm.
Smallville to follow.
Yeah.
I picked Florida State because why not? I have no idea why. It's a big spread. Florida State sucks. Apparently, I don't know. This is gonna be interesting.
I picked Florida State as well. And the only thing that I have on this is, do you realize that Oklahoma State, New Mexico State, and Wyoming have the exact same mascot? Like literally, they have to pay royalties to Oklahoma State for it.
Oh wow.
God.
Say that one more time.
Wow.
Oklahoma
Wyoming?
State, New Mexico State, and Wyoming have the exact same mascot. Like literally, they have to pay royalties to Oklahoma State.
Wow.
That's wild.
I couldn't. I didn't hear like the third team you said, but
I've never heard of a team renting their mascot from another team.
Yeah.
Yeah, is Oklahoma State the landlord in that situation? It's like, hey, Pistol Pete's gotten a little bit old. Can we shave the mustache down a little bit? And they're like, nope, can't do it.
Sounds like
We have full creative control over Pistol Pete, over your mascot.
old West gangsters, like what were they, the
And
Cowboys
you
or something like that?
will laugh.
Whenever Wisconsin plays their fight song, Paul McCartney gets a royalty because he owns the catalog.
Wow.
Nice.
God.
Okay, Paul McCartney, good business decision there.
Way back in like
Not lately, though, 'cause they don't score a lot of
2004,
touchdowns.
way back in like 2004, 2005. That's whenever they were just first starting to try and make the stadium experience or something like that pop. And Ole Miss played American Trilogy by Elvis. And that apparently pissed somebody off in the Elvis family, and they only got to do that once.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Why would that piss them off? Like if the stadium's rocking and everybody's having fun, they'd be like, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah. Well,
Like-
that was before then when everybody was like, hey, we need to protect this at all costs. Whenever if one can use it, the next one, kind of like if you don't mercilessly protect trademarks, you'll eventually lose it. Like that was the attitude towards that. Now it's just like, let everything go.
Yeah, yeah,
You don't make enough money on Spotify for it to matter.
yeah, it doesn't matter. Like Metallica's like, yeah, Virginia Tech. Like I don't know if they actually like Virginia Tech, but they do now because they play their song.
Yeah, and New Mexico State, by the way, has went really downhill after Jerry Unalive left.
Yep.
Because it'll bleep out kill. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were pretty bad before he got there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're pretty much one of the worst teams in the country, I think. Like, period.
MTSU's right there. MTSU's not far behind.
Yeah, New Mexico State's been bad for
Those two and UMass might be the three worst.
ULM's on that list too.
Yeah.
I mean, it is brutal.
UMass finally won a game last year, didn't they?
No, they were 0-12.
Oh, good Lord.
Aw.
They won one the year before.
That's right.
Raise. Give them a raise.
Yeah.
When I was under 10 years old, and just starting to watch football, and this is back when you would just get scores on TV, and that's where you got them from until the newspaper came out. And I learned that at that point, like Prairie View A&M had like a 70-game losing streak, and Columbia had a huge losing streak. So that was my introduction to a losing streak as a kid, was Columbia and Prairie View A&M.
Did you say
Prairie View's the one I remembered. Yeah.
Did you say Columbus, Steve?
Yeah,
Columbia.
1592. Yeah.
Columbus, like Christopher.
Columbus was 1492. He sailed the ocean blue.
I didn't type that. That was
Yeah.
Jake. But
I'm just talking about Middle
It wasn't
Tennessee,
me.
Lower Alabama education. I
who's
mean,
typing that? Ty talk
anytime
back.
you're getting corrected by
Stacey.
somebody Mississippi educated, we need to talk.
Yeah. Yeah. Why would I put FSU in the chat whenever my pick is in?
I was wondering. I was going to wonder the same thing. I was like, what are you like? What, Jake? Are you waffling? Are you hedging here? Like, what's going on?
I know we're off the rails on this one, but who has to go on this game?
I'll start off here. I hate this. Like 30.5. I'm probably going to kick myself for taking Florida State. Like it's way too many points for a team who we don't know if they're going to be able to run the ball. We don't know if they're going to be able to throw the ball. They should be able to stop the pass, but if New Mexico State can run, then Florida State's not going to cover. So all logic told me I probably should pick New Mexico State, and I went against that. So that's all. Yeah.
My rationale was New Mexico State is just so freaking bad that I don't know that they can even score. I don't even know that they could even mess up and score. And Florida State, I think.
Can Florida State do that?
Against New Mexico State, yes. Against everybody else, not a shot in hell. But
they're at least going to have way better athletes in this game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they'll just out-athlete them to a 38-0 win.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's the only reason I took this one because I debated this one for a long time too. But I just felt like New Mexico State is just that bad. It's not a reflection on Florida State being good, just on how bad I think New Mexico State will be. So I think Florida State will end up winning this one pretty big, but that's not going to be an indication of how their season is going to go.
And Mike Norvell, during like the first part of his reign, had one of the more open practices and policies and all that. This year, he is completely locked down, and they're scrimmaging and doing all this stuff. And they're either going to come out and be pretty good, or it's going to be a dumpster fire. I don't think it's going to be in the middle.
Yeah,
it's surprising how little I've heard about him this year compared to previous years.
Yeah,
he had to
New
shut
Mexico
down practice
State,
so they couldn't see.
New Mexico State's going to be kind of an unknown because 3 of their O linemen, their tight end, quarterback, running back, all transferred from FCS schools. So we don't really know what to expect from them.
I know what to expect from them.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, so do I. But being nice.
Yeah, it's going to be bad. All right, UNLV, Memphis. UNLV, the Fighting Dan Mullins, 5.5. And the Memphis Tigers under new leadership. I don't know. I think Dan Mullen is going to have it going on in year 2. I think they're going to be a really good Mountain West team, and I think Memphis is going to find that out. And I think Dan Mullen's going to have his way in this game.
Yeah, I'm wanting to go with my Memphis Tigers. I like them, but I kind of agree with you. I just think UNLV is going to be much more put together, and it's going to be a better team.
Mike, why Memphis?
These teams are both going to win 9-10 games. They're both going to be good. And I think we're looking at a 3-4 point game. I would pick UNLV to win. I think it's going to be really tight, though, and both these teams will be able to run the ball. They're both going to play multiple running backs. Relative to G6 teams, they both are going to have very good line play. So I think it's going to be very even. So
I hope you're right.
Yeah.
And it's important to realize that UNLV's quarterback is somebody that could train you very well to prepare for Trinidad Chambliss. So
he is just like Trinidad.
just like, I mean, it's identical to me.
Thought it was.
That quarterback is going to go. Now, I joke about that and everything, but who's going to be the quarterback at Memphis? Because when Charles Huff,
Stokes, we actually know that they named it yesterday.
Okay. The guy that was at Southern Miss that came from Marshall, whenever all of that happened, he's gone. And in that system, they can be okay when they don't have their guy, and they can be very good when they do. This is going to be all dependent on the quarterback. Yeah, we don't know.
No.
We just don't know it yet. And I think to play UNLV, I don't know that that's a game that you can go with.
UNLV has said they are going to play both QBs, so we do know that Jackson Arnold and former Michigan QB Alex Orji will both play.
Jackson. Did you say
you
Trinidad?
mean you mean Trinidad? Yeah.
Trinidad's playing for 2 teams this year. Did you know that?
Yeah, it's serious. It's the way it is.
Coach Pete Golding has been very, very. He's got a unique style. He's like, you know what? We're going to get you a week 0 game, and then we're going to they made the schedule so that they could play both.
Yeah, I pick UNLV because I've seen a lot of national media heads say that they could potentially be a playoff team this year. That they're going to be that good.
Yeah,
so
they could be.
I mean, I think they're going to be really, really good under Dan Mullen. So I think they're going to cover this spread.
I think they were almost a playoff team last year.
Yeah,
They were close.
Yeah.
They were after what we thought was a disastrous start. Ended up, the joke was on us, I guess. But here's the slate right there. My favorite: Hawaii, Stanford on the ACC network. God.
It's ACC after dark, man.
yeah.
God. Oh, and then Florida State on the CW. You can't.
When
make
that
this.
that Virginia game was initially going to be in Brazil, but then they moved it to Charlottesville.
Because they couldn't sell enough tickets.
Yes.
Nobody. They're like NC State, Virginia. No, we're not going that.
It was like, what's going on there? But the crazy thing is there's going to be a game on the ACC network at 7:00, and it's going to be like it's an afternoon game because it is an afternoon game.
Yeah, it's a late afternoon.
It's going to be like a 3:00 kickoff.
Yeah.
And then the CW got a game on the CW too.
It'll be daylight when that game ends. The game on the Atlantic Coast Network.
Yeah.
Daylight come and you
Oh,
wanna go.
Just join the Pac-12. Just join the Pac-12.
Do it. I bet you won't.
Yeah.
Bet you won't. So, all right. Well,
Yeah.
those are our picks. So
Make it make sense, Steven.
Yeah, make it make sense. So we're all trying to catch Becky. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah, that's the story all the time, trying to catch Becky.
Trying
Because
to catch Becky.
we joked about because I think she finished last the year before.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Missouri, I looked on Vegas lines. They're favored by 54.5 points against Arkansas Pine Bluff right now.
Oh my
54.5 points.
Oh my
Ooh.
God.
That's one of those things is, do you think Arkansas Pine Bluff scores
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they score any points?
any points? And can Missouri score 56? Is it 56-0? Because I think that might be the only way I take that number.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
That's a tough one to. Oh my gosh.
But Austin Simmons' debut, I'm looking forward to next week's pick segments, and Mike's not going to be here, and I hate that for you, Mike. But we'll keep you around in spirit. Any particular day we need the picks done and all that for you?
What will I need to do different this year with the way the sheets are done?
Oh, nothing. We just need your picks.
Oh, it's actually
Chat GPT is doing everything.
It can be the same as this week because it's Thursday a week from today is when I fly out.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we're normal schedule. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we wish you well. And that's it's not a. I speak from experience. It's not a fun thing to be doing. And so we wish you the best, and we're here with you.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yep.
We got your back, dude. So, well, we're gonna get out of here. That's our picks for this week. It's good to be back. It's good to be back in season. I'm releasing for the first time in a while in Locked On Vinny. My first for since I think the spring. My first He Said What episode.
Oh, He Said What's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get that one. Mike, we're gonna get CP3, and he's gonna be pissed, especially when Jared Curtis ends up overtaking Blaze Berowitz.
I should bring him on season after dark
in week 3 of the season, like we said all along. Can you imagine if that happened, Mike?
Oh boy, I mean, yeah.
So it was gonna be. I was just gonna slightly rib him, but now he's like, "Oh, Vandy 247 giving you competition."
Yeah.
I'm like, really? He's like,
But
"Oh,
then
that's
he
so
also
racist."
in he also in one of after that he said he's the GOAT, but I'm number 2 after him. So yeah,
Yeah, he's like, "I'm the GOAT, Mike. You're number
yeah,
2.
exactly. Yeah,
Give me locked on Vandy."
yeah.
That's what he said. I'm like, okay,
Mm.
it's fun. This guy's like,
Is this Stacy? I'm just
Yes.
assuming that's who it was.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah. To clarify, Stacy, Steve said something about Columbia, and then you posted 1592, so I just ran with it.
Yeah, you was off by 100 years.
I was, yeah,
He was-
100 years, give or take.
He posted the year before y'all said Columbia.
Yeah.
Oh, is that who is Tide Talk Live?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering why Jake was posting.
No.
Yeah, we all were at first.
Like I
Yeah.
said earlier.
Yeah,
why would
I was
put-
sitting here going, "It's like,
Yeah.
what does Jake do?"
No. Like I said earlier, why would I pick Florida State in the chat and then pick them New Mexico
Yeah.
State in the?
Well, up until then,
Yeah.
it just made sense
Because you're
that you
from
were posting.
Alabama, Jake.
Oh,
Yeah,
come
no,
on,
we
man.
we weren't questioning that.
Yeah, there's no question about that. It's just
It's like,
I was
of
not
course he
doing that.
would do something like that.
oh,
Sorry,
man.
I'm
Oh.
very late. Time. Wrap it up, you losers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
2 minutes.
salty.
All right, then.
All right.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, guys. We are back. SEC After Dark. We are in season officially with our first round of picks. Hopefully they don't go off the rails like we did this whole show, but
Hey, we stayed pretty close to time, and the
Yeah.
picks graphics look fantastic.
the
That
picks
is
graphics
sweet.
were
Awesome.
outstanding, Steve. So
Yeah.
well done.
Yeah.
Jeb, he's going to tell you what to Google here in future episodes, so make sure you tune in to that. Mike Huseman, off-season After Dark, what's next for you?
Tomorrow morning we have Tyler from Locked On Irish. So we recorded that today talking about Notre Dame football. And then next Monday doing I don't know if any of you guys saw Biscuits last night, but they did their SEC prediction. So I'm having Jake on next week. We're going to do our predictions next Monday. And then after that, we'll see.
Jake, thanks for the compliment.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Speaking of Tide Talk Live, Jake, you're our double shot of Alabama. Your solo mission is Bama After Dark, but you join forces with Stacy Blackwood, who is actually posting from Tide Talk Live. So, Keelan Russell, your starting quarterback. I'm sure that was expected, right?
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a good one. Hopefully he goes 11-1 and loses. Well, actually 10-2 because lose to Georgia and Vandy. So
Tennessee. Oh no.
Oh,
they could beat the hell out of Tennessee for all I care. But
golly.
you got Stephen Willis locked on Ole Miss. I think the most.
My fan club found me apparently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Your
Yeah.
They find you, and then
Yeah.
they found your alter ego apparently. So
Yeah.
Join it.
I was really sly about being here by calling it my name.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
yeah, you were.
I resent this a little. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Stephen Willis is the most watched Ole Miss podcast. I about said most watched Locked On Ole Miss podcast. He's the most watched Ole Miss podcast by the slimmest of margins, like 4
I think about
million.
3.5 million views at this point.
Yeah, and then the hit channel is off and running as well. So that's the quick takes for Ole Miss.
Yeah.
So be sure to check out Steve there, and he's also launched the Ole Miss Squad show. So he's going NFL style.
The Rebel Squad, yeah.
The Rebel
Nice.
Squad, yeah.
Nice.
The Rebel
Yeah, that's Tuesday night live streams, and we go for 30 minutes, and if comments warrant it, we'll go a little bit longer than that.
Sounds like
Okay.
a Star Wars franchise movie, but
Hey, man, Admiral Akbar.
it's a trap.
It's a trap.
Stacy,
Oh.
we don't have enough time to explain the hit channel, but just look it up. You'll see. And I'm Corey Burton. Locked on Vandy, of course, talking about the Jared Curtis, Blaze Berlowitz competition that was not a competition. Well, that was a competition. Then for 2 days it wasn't, and then now it's back on. Crazy. And then Locked on Falcons hit. Look up that one, Stacy, as well, and you'll kind of get the gist of what it is.
It's kind of nice that little old Ole Miss was the first college hit channel.
And the
out there.
Falcons was the first,
And especially
NFL
the SEC.
hit channel.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Steve, I think it's just you and me. We're just the
Yeah.
girls locked on. I think that's just what.
Little Ole Miss.
Little Ole Miss and the lowly Atlanta Falcons.
Sorry,
voted
Jeff.
29th voted 29th best roster.
I
in the
posted that.
NFL.
Oh, by the way, before we get out of here, Locked On just released its top 100 college football players.
Okay.
Trinidad Chambliss, number 6. Keywan Lacey, number 8. We coming for y'all.
Jared Curtis, number 1. Not really, but
No, my gosh.
He's
Jeremiah
on the
Smith
list
was
for
one.
some reason.
He's
He
on
is
the
on the
list.
he is on the list. I mean, I
He's
put
on
him
you
in my list.
starting. How's he on the list?
I put him in my like 6 spots because I was like, why not? Right? I didn't know he'd make the list at 44.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'll take it, but okay.
How many Vandy players are on the list?
I haven't looked at the list that closely.
Yeah.
Probably
I've
just
seen the
one.
list.
So
Probably just
probably
one,
one.
honestly.
Yeah.
Ricardo Jones should be.
Probably one. Yeah, Ricardo Jones definitely should be.
Take
but-
care, Stacey.
All right. So that's our show.
Yep.
SEC After Dark. Make sure you check us out next week. It'll be week 1. So we'll have SEC
We get
picks
to
next
pick
week.
SEC games.
We're going to pick SEC games. Most of them
Except for
are
Missouri and Arkansas Pine Bluff because
That's
reasons.
that just needs to be.
reasons.
Yeah.
Reasons. 54 reasons.
Yeah.
54 and a half reasons. So for Jeb Beecham, Mike Huseman, Jake Thomas, Stephen Willis, I'm Corey Burton. This is SEC After Dark.
Mm.
You almost
Oh,
said
yeah.
it.
Oh, I
Yeah,
almost
almost
said it.
did it.
Almost said it. It's
Yeah.
like habit,
Yeah.
man. It's like
Yeah.
riding a bike. We are SEC After Dark. Make sure you check us out next week. Back and better than ever. We'll be off the rails. We're going to make a few picks, and we're going to talk about week 1 of the SEC slate. It is here, boys. We'll see you back then. Go Dogs. Anchor down. Rise up.
Hotty toddy. Fins up.
Roll Tide.
Go Vols.
Hornet's Nest. Whatever that is.
Hey, there you go, Mike.
Hey.
Hockey.
Bye.